Hi there. Welcome once again to Marital Matters A to Z, a platform where we talk about everything marriage, challenges, and their solutions. Do you intend to get married? Are you married, divorced, or widowed? This platform is for you. I am Chinwe Kings, and on today's episode, we'll be talking about young girls. Discover yourself first. What do we mean by this? Young girl, discover yourself first. How do you discover yourself? You can never discover yourself until you're connected to your maker, the one that formed you, the one that designed you and gave you a purpose. So you must discover that you are not here by accident. You're here to fulfill a purpose, God's given purpose. And just like you cannot use a product without the manual, manufacturer's manual, you cannot live your life the way it should be without God and what He says about you. So you must discover yourself in God. How do you do that? By first of all accepting Jesus Christ into your heart, and then focusing on the manual for life. What is our manual? The Word of God, the Bible. Focus on that to know who you are, to know who is your maker. What does He have in mind when He was forming you, making you? To know who is your enemy that knows too well that you have a purpose and never wants you to discover it, let alone fulfill it. You must know all this. And then you make up your mind to find yourself, to discover yourself. Who am I? Why am I here? What am I here to do? Those are the things you must discover. Because you're not just here to complete the number of people that are on earth. You're here for a specific purpose. God designed a path for you. And that path He orchestrated for you, you must discover and walk on that path to fulfill purpose. So, and that is what you must discover. So as you study the Word of God, as you seek God, you will discover why you're here. You will discover your purpose and you work on it. And in discovering yourself as a young girl, you will discover that you are very important, you're very special, you're valuable, you're strong, you were built to overcome all challenges. You were built to win. You were wired to rule, to reign in your world. You discover how valuable you are. That even if you're the only person here on earth, Jesus Christ would have still come to die for you. That is how valuable, how important, how special you are. And by the time you discover all of this, you will not allow any man to devalue you or to tell you otherwise. You carry yourself with so much dignity. You carry yourself like the princess that you are. And that is why you will not allow any man mess with you. Because you know you have a destiny to fulfill. You have a purpose to fulfill. You're here for a reason. And you're not here for jokes. And so you focus As a young teenage girl, you focus on your academics first. A lot of things are happening right now, these days, even from primary school, secondary school. Young girls, young boys are already into fornication. Boyfriend, girlfriend. They've already opened the door for the devil to finish their destiny. Because there's a saying in my place that says that when a child is not of age to tie wrapper and goes to tie wrapper, goes ahead to tie wrapper, wind, strong wind, when it comes, it will carry both him and the wrapper. There's time for everything. So I'm talking to you as a young girl. All right? And as I'm talking to this young girl, I'm also talking to you, young boy, as well. Or young man, young lady, young man. There's time for everything. Because of the world we found ourselves, because of the, advent of these gadgets and all that, children are exposed to so many things at a very tender age. Even television itself will not allow us to rest. Most times, even televisions, little children are already seeing so many things that they are not supposed to see. But you growing up as a young girl, as a young man, I want you to focus, discover. That is why I'm talking about discovering yourself. You have to discover, who you are. And by the time you discover you have a purpose, you discover that God, you were wired for greatness. That you're not an ordinary person. You're not meant to be an ordinary person. You're not meant to end small. You're meant to be great. So you focus. When it is time for academics, you focus on your academics. Because when you mix it with what is coming to my head now, is recently, in the university, a young girl, because of, they said it was the boyfriend that slaughtered her and cut her into pieces and put her in Ghana Must Go. As he was going out, they now caught him with the pass. And this girl has been his girlfriend, though. And has been, whether they were staying together in the guy's hostel or in the guy's apartment or she visited him, I don't know. As I was talking, this thing was running in my head. If this girl had focused on her studies, would this have happened? I thank God for some young girls that are really focused. You see them from secondary school, they already know how to do so many things with their hands. They already know how to make hair. They know how to sew. They know how to, do some things, photographing, so many things. They get themselves engaged, and they are doing this thing. They are going to school too. They are making money too. They already know that they have to, to make their lives meaningful. And so when one young guy with sag this thing, showing a boxer, will come around her, or somebody will just walk from anywhere and come around her to come and distract her. She will tell him off, please, I am not ready for this. This is the time to focus on my education. There's time for everything. Yes, there are wonderful girls like that. And you that is looking at me, I want you to emulate these ones because they are there. They don't have time for boyfriend and girlfriend. In the university, not that you don't have friends. You have friends, because I don't even understand. What we are talking about is boyfriend and girlfriend. You said is your friend, is your friend, your boyfriend. You are fornicating, going to bed together, sleeping together, getting pregnant and removing it, abortion at tender age. That is what we are talking about. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's stop romancing words. As a young boy, you have female friends. Yes, they are friends. As a young girl, you have male friends. They are your friends. There's nothing wrong there. But you come together to learn from each other, to encourage each other, to support each other. Not messing with yourselves. Already fornicating from primary school, from secondary school. Then we are not talking about university again. But I'm telling you that there are people, there are young girls, there are young boys that are focused. They have male friends, they have female friends, but it is not in going to the bed to go and start. There's something I saw recently. I don't know whether to start crying or in fact crying was too small. In secondary school, a young girl was caught with implants. Secondary school, implant of what do they call it? Family planning implants to prevent pregnancy. It's on the internet. I saw it. Secondary school. Where are we going? What is going on? That child has destroyed herself already, her future already. At what age? Implant so that she will not get pregnant. And we were told that some of these things, most of these implants and all these measures so that you will not conceive, later on causes cancer for so many women later in life. And young girls are now engaging on it. For what? Error. Evil under the sun. So, I'm bringing this episode to a close by telling you, young girl, young boy, focus. You have a great future. A great future ahead of you. You are wired to be a great man, a great woman, a model that others will emulate. Preserve yourself. Carry yourself like the king and the queen that God has made you. Focus on your studies. Focus on that work you're learning. Focus on it so that you become who God has created you to be. When it is time for you to get married, you get married. And that thing you're using to destroy yourself now, your future, your destiny, your purpose, you will have it in abundance. It is you that will say, I don't want, you will run away from it because it is there for you now. When it is time for you to get married. Because it is very sweet. Sin. These things that destroy you is very, very sweet. But it's just like when a banana is dangled in front of a monkey. Meanwhile, behind the banana is death for the monkey. And you'll be eating the banana. The banana is sweet. But the next thing that will follow is destruction. So please, my darlings, focus. Know that you have a great future. Focus on the things you need to do now. and be the best you can. Become the best version of you. When the time for that one comes, you will still be there to enjoy it. There's no need rushing it and destroying yourself, your destiny, your purpose. Thank you so much. We have come to the end of this episode, and I believe that you have taken a decision for your own good. God bless you. Please share, comment, like, and subscribe. Follow us also on other social media handles. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye for now.